It's Richie from Burrowman Can. I just wanted to do a quick video just to show you the new Mind Plan from Every Mind Matters. Now, this is a campaign that launched in October 2019. It's an NHS Public Health England campaign. And basically, the campaign's all about what we can do in our own lives to manage our mental well-being, our personal well-being, basically. So this is all to do with like preventing mental health, and it's actually the first campaign that the NHS has ever invested in, which is about the prevention of mental health through better well-being. So that's, again, like I said, all the things you can do in your own life to help manage your mental well-being. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of things that people do that is self-destructive, and I'm sure you're well aware of that. Whether it's drinking or whether it's like not ignoring the things that you need to deal with in your life that build up and cause problems. So you can actually go on and do this little mood plan. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through the mind plan quickly and have a quick look and show you how it works. So I've Googled, I've been on a search engine, searched for Every Mind Matters, and the first thing that came up at the top of the page was this here, Every Mind Matters NHS. So I'm going to click on this. That's going to take me straight through. So you've got to OK the cookies like you have to do with all websites now. Annoying, but a quick click and that's gone. So this tells you a little bit about the campaign and so on. If you scroll down a little bit, you get your mind plan. And it'll tell you here that you need to do 5 quick questions to get your free plan. So I'm going to click on try the quiz there. Take me through to the next page. And I'm going to start the quiz. So let's have a look. Choose an answer that's closest to how you've been feeling over the last 2 weeks. So I think for a lot of us, there's probably been, most of us have probably been feeling anxiety or having our down days. But for me, I mean, personally, the last 2 weeks, it's probably been more good days than bad, but it definitely hasn't been perfect. So I'm going to click more good days than bad. Go on to the next one, question 2. How well do you sleep? Well, generally, my sleep does definitely get better and worse over time. And I have to say, of recent, I've had the odd bad night. I think I had a nightmare a few nights ago, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and that wasn't great. So I'm going to have the odd bad night. Stick on that. How anxious or on edge do you feel? Now, I'm going to be honest. I think there's a permanent tension in the air at the moment for me. I think I'm doing exercise. I'm staying in touch with pals. I'm trying to keep grounded in all different ways I can. But there is a permanent tension there at the moment. So I'm going to say actually there is an anxiety there that's more often than not. If I'm totally honest, that's just how I feel. It's not a problem because I'm able to manage it. I know what my triggers are. I know what I need to do, but I'm going to click that. Question 4, how stressed do you feel? Well, during work hours, certainly quite busy at the moment. Do feel stressed. I'm going to go with sometimes stressed at the moment. If I was probably being entirely honest, I might even go feeling stressed most days for sometimes, but right now it's just sometimes. And then the 5th and last question, have you been worrying about anything? 100%. Not worried about coronavirus. Funny enough, it's not something that seems to bother me. I've done a lot of reading about that, and I feel like the risk to me and my family is sort of well managed. Personal life and relationships, quite happy with that. Money, work, and housing. I think that's certainly, like, with money is always a worry, isn't it? Life changes, difficult times. I just think lockdown for me is like one of the biggest issues at the moment. So having to deal with that. Health issues. Well, I did have some cellulitis in my left leg actually before Christmas. I'm just recovering from that. That's going quite well. So I don't particularly have any health issues at the moment. Physically, I feel pretty good. And I'd just say those 2 things really are probably the things that are bothering me. I'm going to click coronavirus because I think it's probably, if I click on the question mark there, this could mean anything to do with worrying about the coronavirus outbreak or staying at home. So I agree, staying at home I think is probably part of the worry. So I'll click that too. So then what it does is it's going to, I can click this button here for email my plan, and it'll actually email me through the plan. And then it'll also send me, if I submit my email address there, details, regular reminders about different things I can do and check in with me. And that's a really useful feature of this as well. So it's quite like smart sort of app to use. Just give me some tips, relax the muscles in mind. Well, I've actually experienced some back pain last week from being too tense when I've been sat around and feeling like my shoulders were raised up and causing a bit of tension in my back. So that's definitely good advice. Move more every day. That's part of my toolbox already. Make time to chat. That's already in my toolbox. I stay in contact with pals and people at work to see what's going on. Reframe unhelpful thoughts. That takes years of practice for me personally, and I think I am at that point where I can quite quickly. They have a saying in mental health which is you can confuse thoughts for facts, and I think the thing is you've got to realize that if you an anxious mind can create all sorts of worries, many of them are just perceptions of what might happen. So, or practicing that over time, using cognitive behavioral therapy, whatever it could be, can really help to reframe those things. So there's actually a video on that one that I could watch if I wanted to, and then take time to reflect on what went well. And actually, there's a positive psychology practice. You can write down 3 things each day that went well, and then you write down why they went well. And if you do that for 2 weeks, the research shows it can have a profound effect on the way that you think about more positives in life and so on. But let me just be realistic. For a lot of people, they're just trying to get food in the mouth, food in the kids' mouths, and living one day to the next. So like this might be quite nice for a lot of people, but ultimately, if you're just trying to find out where the food bank is and try and keep your landlord off your back, you've got many other things to worry about as well. So you need to get support where you need to. And be prepared, feel calm. If you've got a busy day or week coming up, spend a bit of time planning. Funny enough, I've got a to-do list. So that's something I did like on Friday evening. So when I get to work on Monday morning, I'm able to sort of immediately pick up the work and start doing it. And I even wrote it in sort of order of things that need to be done as a priority. So that really helped me. And for the way my mind works, I do find that. So I'm going to click on email my plan, and I'm going to stick my email in there, my first name and my postcode. And I know that if you put your postcode in there, that we get data locally within public health that tells us about how many people are completing it locally. So please, if you're following the Burman Can campaign and you're from the Tees area, we'd love to see you fill this in and see more people locally making use of it. Hopefully that helps. That's Every Mind Matters, and that is the mind plan that you can do. So have a go at it and share this today. Cheers.